Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to reveal my September price prediction for TOSHi, and this is the big one because of course what happens in September will set us up for the peak of this bull cycle. Now, before we get started, I want to make it clear I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing that you see in this video is financial advice, so always make sure to do your own independent research. Now that that's out of the way, let's get straight into the video. Now, we all understand the market has been terrible across the board. The situation has been pretty sideways. We've seen selling pressure since August. The market has basically been flat, but there's some good news that you all must know. The Federal Reserve will be releasing their interest rate data on September the 17th. Now, some say there's a 95% chance that the Fed is going to cut interest rates, which should lead to a spike in prices. Now, this is fantastic for the stock market, for assets overall, but this is what this means for TOSHi. TOSHi right now is at a $236 million market cap. It's now ranked in terms of overall base chain meme coins. It's still number 2, right? Still number 2 on the list, right? Brett is currently $450 million in terms of market cap value. Now, if we assume that base chain memes aren't going anywhere, the overall value of the base chain ecosystem is $1.2 billion. This is meme coins we're talking about here, right? Number 1 and 2 for me are the best bets right now. Now, there's a good chance that TOSHi could end up flipping Brett at some point, right? Which is why we are in both of these picks, but we're also in on TOSHi as well because it has a lot of room for growth. Now, assuming that we are going to see the bullish momentum and we are going to see the overall market breakout, I actually think the majority of market cap value will flow to the top meme coins in the market. I don't think all meme coins are going to rally going into this Fed interest rate decision. I think that'll be after the fact. So once the cooling period cools off, we'll move into that super cycle area where we see, nano caps and micro caps go up tremendously in value. But for now, I think market value the market will flow into value to begin with. So I think first move, you're all going to be excited by this. I think we can at least hit our May highs before the Fed interest rate decision. Now, that is of course a bold prediction considering that the market has been flat. So it's quite bold, it's quite ambitious, but I don't think it is because I actually think we exceed this area. Now, that first target that we have for TOSHi is at 0.001000168. Now, for me, personally speaking, this is an area that I feel comfortable holding my TOSHi up to. And the reason why I say holding my TOSHi is because, of course, my game plan is to capture the peak of TOSHi again, sell at the low, just like when we gave out these free buy calls at the lows. If you missed out on this, it means you're not subscribed to the channel. So make sure you subscribe right now so you don't miss out on another major TOSHi update. And well done to those of you that obviously caught those updates. We're going to repeat the same process. So we're going to sell at the peak, buy at the low. So therefore, I need an area that I can comfortably look for an exit and obviously another position to rebuy. Now, that for me is a modest target. Now, if this happens quickly, let's assume this happens by next week, because remember the clock is ticking. There's under just 2 weeks until that Fed interest data is released, right? So let's say that happens within the next few weeks, with an 83 percentage point move. By next week, I actually think we'll go further. So I think we could probably end up seeing TOSHi double its right? So instead of going up 83%, I think it can go up over 160%, and that would bring us to 0.00145860, right? And again, remember guys, these are all short-term targets. I'm still very much bullish on TOSHi for the long term. I do want to make that clear. I am very, very bullish on TOSHi. I still think TOSHi can exceed all-time highs. That's just my personal opinion. But for September, I'm going to give you guys two targets I personally believe we could hit. Worst case scenario, we hit 0.00096,361, and I mean we close at this area. So for example, let's say we go up 160. I do think we're going to see a big market pullback at some point. So let's say we rally to 160. I do think we're going to see the market pull back. Where we're going to pull back to? Well, we're going to find support. How long are we going to be down for? Well, make sure you subscribe because I'll be updating on that, or join my free Telegram group. Actually, the link is in my description, where we go deeper into analysis. I'm actually going to post a very exclusive video in that group shortly, so make sure you join right now. The link is in my description. Make sure you have the Telegram app downloaded, otherwise the link will not work. See you all there. Now, that's an upside move. We see the pullback. Remember, the pullbacks are quite deep, so again, I think we'll see a deep pullback, but I do think we're going to snap back. So let's just say closing price, I think we can end up potentially closing September around this area, right, which is at that 0.00017783 area, right? That's for September. So we see an upside move, we see a deep sell-off, and then we see price bounce back. This is the first target that I have in mind. Once again, you can write that down. This is the area here, right? Now, this is my modest price target, and I'm going to highlight this just so we can go back at the end of the month and obviously review this analysis. And remember, this analysis is based on a few factors. It's based on that Fed interest rate cut, right? We're expecting the market to go bananas, and the question is, are we going to see the upside move before the rate cut or after the rate cut, which is why I have this modest price prediction, right? Because if we see an aggressive upside move, right, a very, very aggressive upside move, or let's say the market moves flat for now and then rallies after the Fed interest rate decision, well, I actually think we could see TOSHi come very close to all-time highs, which would be a 300% pump. From where we currently are now, that would be a 280 percentage point move to the upside, which brings us to 0.00216935. Now, remember, that is an incredible upside move. It may seem unrealistic to some because obviously we haven't seen aggressive price action on TOSHi or meme coins, since the start of the year, right? So for some, it seems far-fetched. Now, remember, even though I think we could see a pump to the upside, so we could end up hitting our all-time highs if we see an aggressive move to the upside. So this would be best case scenario. Remember, we will, in my opinion, experience a pullback. So 280% move and then deep pullback, right? So if we see a straight line move towards our all-time highs, I do think the pullback will be a lot deeper, right? And that pullback from that all-time high, I think will be close to about, I'm actually going to say 50%. So 60% drawdown, but then I think we can close in around that 50% area. Well, in fact, this is the end of September close. So bull case scenario, I'm actually going to say we pull back 35%, and then maybe starting October we could see price go lower. But I think for September, end of September, very bull case scenario, I think we could see price close around 0.00014267. So they're very close, both targets, as you can see from where we currently are now, a 30% difference. So with all that information, what do we take away from this? Well, I would have an exit strategy no matter what happens, right? Because we're expecting a pullback. And when the pullback occurs, we can simply just get better entries. Now, in our crypto, if you made it this far, you are a legend and you're probably going to succeed in this community. But if you want to take what you're doing further, I would urge you all to join my Crypto Crew Premium channel. We've got some incredible base chain picks. Honestly speaking, some of these are under $5 million, a $5 million market cap. These are the up and coming base chain meme coin projects. We also have a clear outline of what we are planning to do step by step this month and going into, of course, 2026. So if you want to be a part of this, you're on Crypto Crew Premium now and take what you're doing to the next level. You'll also be able to follow my exact TOSHi strategy. But anyway, guys, that's it for now. I hope you all enjoyed the video. I'm wishing you all an incredible month. Remember, we caught it first. This is going to be a big one. Until next update, guys, seize the day.